So I think we're going to keep this week's episode light. And if you read the title, you already know what I'm going to talk about. So let's get to talking about it. What's going on, everybody? Tim from skirexmedia.com once again. And I'll be quick this week. This one's going to be fast. I don't want to take up much of your time. Right now, it is Wednesday morning. I'm doing this on Wednesday morning. So Thanksgiving is tomorrow, Black Friday the next day. I'm sure you're busy. I'm sure things are nuts. People get nuts at a holiday, and this is one of them. I know Christmas gets even more nuts, and I know New Year's gets even more nuts than that, but that's a different kind of nuts, and we'll talk about that on another day. I know it's crazy. I know it's busy. If you're listening to this in the car, you might have a car full of family and you're trying to listen to this in the car but can't. Whatever it may be, I get it. Honestly, I do. I worked in the ski industry for many years. I worked in retail for many years. So I see it from that end, from that side of the craziness. And that's why we're talking about today being kind to your ski resort worker. That's the people at the ticket booth, the people who are lifties, the snowmakers, the people in food and beverage in the lodge, the rental shop people. Be as kind as you can. I know you're frustrated. I know that if you're hosting, your house is a mess and getting destroyed and you hate half of your family. I get it. If you're traveling to the person that's hosting and you have a van full of kids, or even worse, a little sedan full of kids, and it gets just crazy, and I'm not saying anything bad about your families, just let's be honest here. We're not all loving family sitcom families. We love each other, but we tend to get frustrated very quickly. And I know that frustration can come out at the wrong places. Understand that the people who are working at the Hill, they might mind a little being there on the holiday, but they are there and they are going to do their best and they're going to try. And if something goes wrong, don't let the frustration of the holiday, don't let that frustration come out on them. They're just trying to get you your ticket and get you up on the hill. They're just trying to get you your rentals and get you up on the hill. The same actually goes for retail. I worked in retail for many years, have many friends who still do. And now, I'm not going to lie, Black Friday was a good time for part of it. There might be a part of me that's a little sick and enjoyed watching people come crashing through the door at 5 a.m., swinging down on each other just to get a television. That there was something about watching that, but times have changed. These stores are open overnight now, so it's not nearly as bad. So it did alleviate that, but it didn't, it kind of took away part of the fun. Anyway, similar to that is the plight of the ski worker. We're there on the holidays, where they are there on the holidays now. And they're just trying to do their best. They're trying to do a good job. The mountain wants you to have a good time. I want you to have a good time. And they want to have a good time. That job can actually be fun. Working in the ski industry can be a really good time. I had a lot of good times at Mount Snow, believe me. Tons of good times. But there are those times where people come up cussing at you, attitude, and we know you're frustrated. But don't try and take it out on anybody, all right? Because it just sucks. So just don't take it out on anybody. If you're going shopping on Black Friday, don't take it out on them either. You're the one who's there. You chose to go out on this crazy ass day. You did it. Take it out on yourself. You know what I mean? It is a plea. It is a plea for my brothers and sisters who are still in those industries, or more directly than those industries. I mean, skirexmedia.com, #shameless plug, could be considered part of the ski industry, but I'm not in it direct. So be kind, take care of them, take care of each other, be careful. Thank them if you can, if they do a good job, just make sure everybody has a good time. I want all of you to have a good holiday, and I hope you do. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I hope you get out there. I really do. I always thought it was kind of awesome when I was back in the ski industry. And typically we did half days on or did we do that on Christmas? Maybe that was Christmas and I worked a full day on Thanksgiving. Either way, it doesn't really matter. It was kind of awesome to be there first thing in the morning and seeing people come in, because typically it feels to me that, people do their Thanksgiving in the early afternoon. But here's everybody saying, screw that. We're actually going to have a real dinner. We're going to get our asses out there on Thanksgiving and we're going to ski. And some people do it while wearing a turkey costume. I've never seen it in person. I've seen a dude skiing in a wedding dress. Actually, that's an interesting story, but I'm not going to tell it right now because it kind of gets gross. So since we're all going to be eating too much tomorrow, I'm not going to do a gross story. But people have fun with it. But then there's always those few who are just can't handle the holiday and act as if it creeps up on them like they didn't know it was coming since they were 2 years old. And then they just start cussing out lifties and cussing out ticket sellers and cussing out the dude just trying to sell you a hot chocolate. That's it. So be kind. I can't rehash it enough, I don't think. Be as kind as you can. Take a deep breath. If you're having troubles with your family and the frustration of holiday, man, just let's talk about it. I'll talk about it with you. Like I said, I've been on both sides of the line. I've been on the consumer side and I've been on the worker side of the Thanksgiving holiday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. And I've had good times on both. I'll talk to you. Your friend Tim from Ski Rex Media is here, and he won't just talk about skiing with you. I will talk about anything you need to talk about. I'm here for you the best that I can be. So anyway, there was that part of the rant. The second part isn't really a rant. I'm going to practice being kind to those who are working on Thanksgiving and Black Friday and through the weekend, because I do plan on being at the ski races this weekend at Killington. I do plan on it. Not both days, just one day. And in that day, I'm going to be dealing light unless I can sneak another really good parking spot, which I might try. I don't know. Where the shuttle bus lets off down here. I know you can't see. I don't know. But if I had a map of where Route 100 and Route 4 and everything comes together, getting really local for you people who know what I'm talking about, the shuttle bus is going to drop off here, and then you got to go all the way this way, all the way up the hill, get to the left, and go all the way up the mountain. Like, it's a big way around. So if I chance it to see if I did, because in 2017 I did that, and I got the only people who had a better spot than me were the ones who paid for it and the ones who worked it, meaning like TV trucks and team trucks and support trucks and cops and the ambulances. Those were the only people that had a better parking spot than I did. And I'm not even sure, I might have been in the paid lot. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just drove up to see what was going on, and a guy pointed me to a parking spot, so I took it. In any case, I'm going to be nice to that shuttle bus driver. I'm going to be nice to anybody I buy hot chocolate from, because I love hot chocolate. I'm gonna practice what I preach. I'm not going to freak out on anybody unless they absolutely deserve it, but they won't be a worker. I'll guarantee that. But anyway, I am going to go. It's an awesome sight to see if you've never done. I mean, it's like that with any, professional live sporting event. It's always awesome to see in person. I'm not a fan of watching baseball on television, but I don't mind being in the stands. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go. I'm going to watch. The best of the best is going to be there. One, Michaela Schifrin, she's going to be there to see if she can pull. Let's see, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I just saw this too, which is what reminded me, she will tie for second place on winningest total. No, third, something. I don't remember. I could look it up. I'm not gonna. Like I said, we're trying to keep this light and short, so you're not gonna get too caught up in it while you're traveling or trying to have a Thanksgiving holiday with your family. But she has another record she can at least match. What I will say though is, now I've always said that maybe I won't be the best writer / journalist in the world with Ski Rex Media. Maybe I won't. I probably won't. I don't want to be the best. What I hope I will do is stay honest, I guess, I was reading an article today, and I don't remember where it was because I had to chuckle at it because the headline had something to do with will Alice Robinson be able to continue her rivalry with superstar Michaela Schifrin or whatever they put, but they used the word rivalry. And I wouldn't have used that word there because she beat her one time. Once. Once. And it wasn't even by that much. It really was not. The margin was very close. Last season, Vlhova and Schifrin, that could be a rivalry. Those two won slalom events. No one else won. Just those two. And they were 1 and 2 damn near every time that they competed. That's a rivalry. This young kid picking up her first World Cup win and happening to beat the best, that's not a rivalry. So if you ever see it, call me out so I know, because the temptation is there. I get what part of that is. I would love to, as a someone who writes about skiing, being in ski media, use the word rivalry all the time because people are like, rivalry, and that catches your eye. Obviously, it caught my eye. It worked. I'm not saying clickbait. What I'm saying is it just catches the eye. I don't want to do that. And I've noticed a couple of my headlines do that. So she's not going to continue the rivalry, and she might not even, because it isn't a rivalry, she might not even race. She's coming up to see if she can race because she's hurt. Alice Robinson, the New Zealand skier, their young superstar, or who might be a superstar as her career continues. She's still really young. She's like 17. So she's still really young, but she's already been hurt. So who knows? Smart money's going to put it on Schifrin. She always wins at Killington. But does that mean she will? I don't know. No one can know. But if you're a betting person, and I am a betting person, but I'm not going to bet on this, she's the smart money for number 1. Petra Vlhova, number 2. If she can stay on her feet this time, she might have won last weekend had she not crashed. And I don't know. Pick who you want for number 3. I'm not sure about that one either. But it should be fun. The men are going to be in Lake Louise in Canada. So it's a little overview of my feelings on this weekend. It's just going to be fun. I'm not even really going to work it as Tim from Ski Rex Media. I'm going to see it as Tim, the ski fan. That's where I'm going to. And fan of Killington. I do enjoy Killington. Skied there many times. I've really enjoyed that mountain. Actually, I got beat at that mountain on a Poma lift. The little, it's kind of like a T-bar, but it has a disc you sit on. And the quick version of that story is my first friend went up that I was with, second friend went up, and I got on it and fell. I don't know why. So I was like, oh, well, this happens. Got on it a second time, did it again. I was like, son of a bitch, what's going on here? And third time I tried it, I gave up. I was like, no, screw this. I'm done. But I didn't get mad at the lifty. See how I just tied that back in? I didn't get mad at the lifty. I was mad at myself, and I've never tried that lift again. Every time I went to Killington, is that one? I don't even know if it's still there. That's how long it's been since I've been to Killington. And is that on Ram's Head? That's not on Ram's Head. Is that on Ram's Head? Someone who goes to Killington more often than I do, double check me on that. But I wasn't mad at the lifty. That was all me. He tried to help me out. He even encouraged me. He said, don't worry about it. People do it all the time if they're not accustomed to it, if they're not, if they don't ride this type of lift all the time. And I said, okay. And I kept going and I kept falling and I said, screw it. And my friends finally figured out what happened and they came down and they made fun of me for about 2 weeks afterwards. So, and I don't know why. I don't know why I had a problem with that lift. That makes no sense. All you do is put the thing between your legs, let it catch on the haul line, and that's it. And it pulls you up the mountain. That's it. And it's not even a steep lift. No. It obviously goes up, but it doesn't go up a steep. So what the hell happened? I don't know. But didn't get mad at the lifty, and it wasn't during Thanksgiving anyway. We would have been working. It was midweek. We had a day to do nothing, so we took the ride up from Mount Snow to Killington. Back in the American Ski Company days, where we didn't have to pay to Killington, all we paid for was gas. In fact, no, we didn't have any friends in food and beverage, so we had to pay for food too. But that's okay. I don't mind. So recap of this episode. I think we'll keep this one short here because I don't really have any more stories for this week. I do have some stuff coming out from the Boston Expo still, even though it was over a week ago, but that's coming out in written form. So keep an eye on skirexmedia.com. Have a good holiday if you celebrate Thanksgiving, or if you're just off because everybody else does and you are getting out on the mountain. You know, Utah's got a real winter now. Colorado's picking up snow. The Sierras are picking up a shitload of snow. Everybody's picking up a ton of snow right now in the West. Here in the East, things are open. You can ski this weekend here in the East, and there's a lot in New England that's opening through the weekend or for the weekend, you know. So you can get out there. Don't be afraid to get out there if you can, or if you work through the holiday and you're off right after, like on Monday and Tuesday, my two favorite days to ski. And I always loved being off those 2 days when I worked for the ski industry because I have whole mountains to myself. It was awesome. So get out there if you can. Have a good holiday, you know, if you celebrate or if you don't. Like I said, be kind to those working at the mountain and retail, and even more importantly, people who are out there because they are more than necessary. I'm talking cops, fire, EMS, nurses, doctors, you know, people who are keeping everyone safe and alive, you know, and all of our wonderful, you know, people in the military who can't even come home and are out there ducking bullets. Okay. Keep everybody safe. Keep everybody together. Have a good holiday. Get out there if you can. If you have a minute in your holiday, do check out skirexmedia.com for written content throughout the holiday. I'm going to try and keep it up for today, tomorrow, and Friday. We'll do something on Black Friday. Pardon if you hear the dog barking. It's not my dog. It's just a barking dog. And I lost my train of thought because of them. In any case, keep everybody safe. Keep yourself safe. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Happy Black Friday for my brothers and sisters in retail. You know, keep it real. Keep it safe. Don't kill anybody and don't kill yourselves. And don't get angry and don't cry. Don't let them see you cry if you do. I've cried. On Black Friday, I've cried. That's fine. All right, so follow skirexmedia.com as well. Subscribe if you're watching this. Subscribe if you're listening to this. Buzzsprout.com, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Skirexmedia.com is also a place you can listen to the podcast. YouTube if you want to watch it and you don't, and then subscribe. Like everything, share everything, subscribe to anything you can, because you can just subscribe to skirexmedia.com. And as I always said, you don't have to memorize this. Just go down in the description for every link you could possibly find. And let me know about the at random videos as well. I started to do the at random bit, and that's just video, because it's just easier to do. And let me know if that's worth continuing, to keep doing it. You know, let me know, because I don't think it is. I mean, I get a kick out of it, which is odd because usually I don't like my own stuff, but I like those. So check those out too on YouTube, the at random videos. If they're great, or if you like them, awesome. Let me know. Like them, view them, share them, subscribe. If not, tell me and I'll stop doing them. All right. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Black Friday. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it was really short, but I really just wanted to say, take care of each other. Take care of the workers. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate, or just have a good weekend if you don't. Get out there, ski. Start sending in reports of everything across the country so we know what's going on. And we'll see you out on the slopes. I already have one person who asked me to go out this Monday, which I can't do, but we'll get out there with you at some point, all right? Take it easy. Laters.